Hi, hello, welcome to Letham Trading. Now we are going to see Nifty backtesting for the month of April. And before going to the backtesting, we'll see what are our indicators. The first indicator is CPR. This is CPR, and the next one is Camarilla. Camarilla setup is a very powerful setup according to our backtesting. And if you observe Camarilla points, the points above CPR are called H3 and H4, and the points below CPR are called L3 and L4, right? We'll see the first day, and if you see this, we generally take a reversals from H3 to L3, and if the CPR is narrow, then we'll see for H4 or L4 breakouts, and everything will change according to the price action in the live market, and we'll see how we take trades according to these indicators. And moving average, we take this 20 MA. This 20 MA is to take an entry if we miss the first entry, and this is 200 MA. Most of the time we don't consider 200 MA, but sometimes if it is a multi confirmation at our indicators, that is this CPR or Camarilla, then we think about considering this 200 MA. And we'll see the first day of April. See, this is not a very wide CPR, it's an average CPR, and observe where the market opened. Here this is the market opening, right? And observe, see the first 5 minutes candle. We don't take a trade before the first 5 minutes candle closing. So after this first 5 minutes candle, you can think about taking a put position. And if you observe here, this is 17,370, right? This is 17,380, and up to where the market reached, it is 50 points movement. If it is a PE position, if it is a 50 points movement, then it will be around 30 points we can capture in the option. So this is our setup. We take reversals at H3, right? So your stop loss will be up to CPR, and we don't know what will happen at the CPR. And see how it was. And since it is an uptrend CPR, there may be a bullishness at this point. After the reversal, there may be a bullish position, but we generally take a trade in the morning itself. And if you want to take a trade, it is a clear reach with a good moment, but here it took more hours to reach, right? So this is our setup, and this is not according to our setup, so we generally don't consider taking a trade. Here if you see clearly, if you take an entry here, your stop loss will become very big, right? This whole is going to be your stop loss if you enter at this point. We don't enter at this point, we see whether it is breaking to the upside or to the downside. And the next day is 5th April. Observe, this is a narrow CPR, almost it's a narrow CPR, and observe the CPR relationship. Here the CPR is in uptrend, so most probably we'll see for a call position. And where the market opened, the market is in between H3 to H4, and we'll see how it is going to be. If it is a first 5 minutes candle closing, if it is breaking in the first 5 minutes candle, then we can think about taking call position. But it is not breaking H4, right? It is a third candle breaking, so we don't think about taking call position. And we are not about taking put position too here, because see, this is a clear consolidation, right? Since it is not a first 5 minutes candle breakout, we are not onto the call side, and since it is not a reversal, we are not onto the put side. We'll see how it is reacting. That's it for this day. See, it was a very clear up move, right? At what candle it is breaking? It is a third candle breaking H4, so it was almost very bullish market. But we can't take a trade just because this is breaking in the third candle. Yes, you can take a trade at this point, and our target was reached, but since it is a third candle breakout, we sometimes, there may be a reversals, it may not be a reversal, but it may be a more consolidation. Since in April month it was clearly an uptrend movement, so that was the reason it has given a clear direction. And we'll move on to the next day. This is, so if you observe here, on the first day it is a target, and on the next day it is a breakout, but we may think about taking a trade. It is up to you to take a trade, and we'll move on to the next day. See, if you have traded on April month was almost a toughest month because of the trading holidays. If you observe, it is almost 2 days on every week it was a holiday, so that was the reason the market was not too good to take trades. But see how on 6th it is a wide CPR and it is a consolidation inside the CPR, so it is a clear consolidation and it is an uptrend movement. So if it is breaking to the upside, we may think about call position. If it is breaking to the downside, we will think about taking put position. But it is not giving us time to go for the trade, right? See, there is no chance to take a trade. So that was the reason we are not onto any of the trade on this day. If you are okay at this point, if it is breaking and if you can enter with conviction, then you can think about taking a trade. And the next day is 10th. On 10th, this is an uptrend CPR, and observe the first 5 minutes candle. The first 5 minutes candle is a wick on both the sides, right? So we don't have a price action with the first 5 minutes candle. We'll see for some candles for a clear price action. Moreover, it is taking a support at this point, right? But we don't take a trade at that point, and we'll see how it is reacting. Okay, it's just a reversal. I think it is after the retesting it just reversed, but almost it is not at all respecting this H3. So there may be a chance the market may be volatile and we should avoid taking a trade. After this support, again it came down and again it went up. It is not according to our strategy. Of course, if you go and check our every month backtesting, you may see many of the time our stop loss will just be 1 day, and we may have only 2 to 3 no trading days. But for this April month, almost there are many no trading days, what I feel like, because protecting your capital is more important, right? So if you observe here, if it is breaking and if you take a call, your stop loss will hit. If it is coming down and if you take a put, it's again a stop loss hit. So that was the reason we are not onto any of the side. We just be away from the market. Generally, this is an average CPR, right? When it is an average CPR, the momentum will not, if it is not trying to give us in the morning itself, it may not give you in the next session. It's most probably around 11 to 11:30 you may see a clear price action. So that was the reason we just avoid taking a trade on 10th too. And we'll move on to the next day. Here on 11th, it is again a uptrend CPR. And observe here where the market opened. Here this is market's opening, and if you observe the first 5 minutes candle, it is looking like a support at H4, but we can't take, just by seeing this candle you can take a call position. Yes, it reached, but we are not ready to take that call position at this point. We are just watching the market. And if you see this, if you feel like this is a reversal, you can think about taking a trade of put position, but I don't suggest you to take such type of trades. And it is a reversal from this point. It's around 10:30. on to the next day. This is 12th, right? And on 12th again the CPR is in uptrend, but it is too volatile. It's just looking like a too volatile market, right? It is an uptrend CPR, and it just in just few minutes it has clearly reached to this H4, right? And we'll see how it is. Of course it's just looking like a reversal only, but I don't think the market is going to completely reverse from that point, just because of this bullish engulfing, and it may take a support at this point. Yes, it happened the same way and it went up, right? So if you take a put here, you should exit at this point, because it is just a reversal from this point, right? So that was the reason. Since it is an uptrend, taking a put is not fair enough. And we'll move on to the next day, that is 13th. It's almost a wide CPR only, and observe there is no clear price action. Almost every day on April it was completely, see, if you have at least 20 trading sessions, even if you are taking 5 trading sessions and you are a positive on that month, that's going to be perfect as a successful trader, because you are not taking random trades and you are not taking trades if the market is not according to your setup. And observe here, it's just looking like a breakout from that point, and we'll see whether it is going to the retest or it is directly reaching to L4. If it is not retesting and if it is reaching to L4, since it is an uptrend, so most probably there may be a call position from that point, and it happened in the same way. But how it just a breakdown, right, from L4, and again it went up, and again for this 200 EMA it came down. It is almost a head and shoulder pattern reversal, right? Almost it has moved a lot, but it has just confused us to take a trade, whether to take a trade at this point or at this point. It was just almost a stop loss hunting, see. But you can't take a trade at this range, at this point, because it's not according to our setup. You will consider taking a trade in this range only. Sometimes it happens, if you take a trade here, your stop loss will get hit. It may happen. So that was the reason you should be away from the market when it is not according to your setup, and you should book your stop loss. And on 17th it was a reversal from 200 EMA, 20 EMA and this L4, and it is a clear reversal candle, and we'll see how it is reaching. It's almost 682. 100 points movement was done on that day. Okay, and we'll move on to the next day. On 18th it is a reversal. It is a downtrend move, and it is a consolidation breakdown. So you may think about taking call put position at that point, but after this continuous consolidation, it has a clear reach to L3. And we'll move on to the next day, that is 19th April. On 19th April we don't have a clear price action till now, and we'll see at this point, that is L3. It is a support, right? If you see this, it is a clear support from this point, and if you take a trade at that point, and your target will be up to from 620 to 666 almost. It's 40 points movement, but it is very late movement, so it's up to you to take this trade or not. And we'll see the next graph. This is a downtrend CPR, and observe the first 5 minutes candle, a huge wick on the downside, right? So there may be a chance the market may take a retest to that wick, to the lower level. So we'll see price action at H4. After this H4 breakout, we are not onto the call position. If it is a reversal from H4, then you can think about taking put position. Yes, it is a reversal from that point, and it is a clear reach up to L3, and we may think about taking a target up to this first 5 minutes candle low. And we'll see the next 21st, right? On 21st, if you observe the first 5 minutes candle, it is a reversal candle, right? So there is a chance the market may take a reversal from that point, and your stop loss will just be above this first 5 minutes candle closing. Yes, it is a reversal from that point, and it is up to L3. And the next day is 24th. On 24th, it is a downtrend CPR, and the market is above H4, and we'll see the first 5 minutes candle. The first 5 minutes candle, since it is a downtrend CPR, there is a chance you can take a put position from that point, and it is a clear reach to CPR. See, if you take a put position here at this point, that is 670, right? Your stop loss will be of 15 points. So yes, you can take put position at that point. And this is a second move in the afternoon session, and it is around 11:50, right? Okay, we'll move on to the next day. On 25th, it is a very wide CPR, and observe the first 5 minutes candle. It is a bearish candle, and this is a supporting candle, right? 220 MA and CPR support. There may be a chance of call position, and as it happened in the same way, and our target was a good reach. And if you see this 26th graph, you can't take trade from this first 5 minutes candle, this candle. So we'll see a price action at this point. You can take a you can take an entry at this point. This is a multi confirmation trade, and your target will just be up to the CPR, and it was a good reach, right? And we'll see. Okay, and on 26th, it was a good target from that point. And on 27th, there is no price action till now, and we'll see. It is a wide CPR, right? How it is reacting. It is just a consolidation. It was just a consolidation. And an uptrend movement. See, most of the time, if you see the graph in daily time frame, if it is above 20 MA, the market is trying to be on bullish side, and if it is on to the downside, it is a bearish sentiment. So that was the reason. It's almost, we'll see whether 26th graph is completed, 27th is completed now. We'll see on 28th. On 28th again it is a reversal from that point, and you can take it, put at this point, and your target will be up to top CPR. You may think, yes, it is a, see, you may think there is a big stop loss, but if you can't take this trade, you can't take another trade. It is up to you to take a trade at this point, because if you miss this trade, we don't have a price action. If you are okay with this stop loss, then you can think about, mostly on the put side, it will just give the direction in just few minutes itself. So for this last day, yes, it is a last day of April, this is a reversal. And if you observe, you may feel, yes, the market moved a lot, how we can take this trade. But if you observe here, this is a bullish engulfing, right? After this bullish engulfing, again the market came down. Are you okay to take a trade? And if you take a trade at this point, your stop loss will definitely hit, because if you take a trade 17,910 to, it is of 30 points movement, so it's very risky to take a call at this point. So that was the reason we are not onto the call side. Thank you. I hope this video will help you. Please subscribe to our channel.